Hello. Hello, my fine feathered friends. Oh, there. Okay, the screen is working. All right, we might actually be able to make this work. All right, let me pop over and get my music on here. There we go. Might change it up later, but for now, I've been listening to some orchestral type music. Hey there, Red Motion. How's it going? Hey, Mikey, you were first today. Woohoo, congrats. And Tiger Angel, welcome, welcome. And Carl, hey, it is going better now that I finally got the stream to work, dang thing. Oh, that update took absolutely forever. It took about an hour and 20 minutes for the dang patch to load. And then I kept timing out when I was trying to join my server, so I finally gave up and I'm on single player here. So I guess we're doing a chill building stream. But we'll still be testing out mods. So I have this project that I started over here, so I think this is probably what we'll need to be working on. Oh, no worries. Thanks for popping in, Red Motion. Hey, K9. Welcome, welcome. All right, maybe we'll see you back again later, Red Motion. And let me know how it's sounding, by the way, guys. Because I have moved my microphone and desk around and stuff since last time I streamed. And I don't know how it is sounding. Okay, let's see. What else do I want in my hotbar? Definitely these. Probably some of these as well. And some of these. Oh, and definitely these. So many fun things to play with. Alright, so I was working on making a tutorial for a round, well, dodecagon, 12-sided round base made out of Arkitect structures pieces to highlight some of my favorite things about that mod. So let me see. I wanted to swap out some of these floor pieces for wood though, because I do like to make a pattern on the floor. Nope, right here. And this is a design I've been working on, kind of perfecting. I am planning on making a tutorial for the design, possibly using vanilla pieces as well. I have also built it in vanilla and it does work, but of course it doesn't look exactly the same. Okay. And for this I'm using my woven circle design. You sound a bit nasally. Well, I don't have a stuffy nose, but my mic is a little farther away than it was before. Is that any better? Okay, so I'm going to go outward with squares like so. And then got this sneaky little trick that we do. And I'll show you both the base game way of doing it as well as the modded Arkitect structures way. If you are doing this in vanilla, here, let's just grab a metal one because it's not going to stay. Then what you need to do is use ceilings, because the ceilings will snap through each other like this, and that's what you need. You need those snap points angled in like that. But the Arkitect structures pieces have been coded to mesh through each other more easily, so you can actually do it with foundations, which I prefer. Like so. And I think we're missing one over here. Another one. All right. Oh, I do sound good. Okay, good. just making sure, you know, I want to produce a quality stream here. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with my server, just in case I stopped it and just so I could do a restart, in case that's the issue. So I might try it again a little bit later after it's had a chance to restart. All right, and the entrance, I think we want the entrance to face the gate. Which, this is a great spot, honestly. Here, let me back up a little bit and show you the spot that I picked for this build. So I'm right here on the map by the Central River. Really nice central location. 4465. And there's this really nice plateau here, which is, it's got all these natural defenses. Nothing can reach it really except through this little neck of land here. And so I built a defensive metal behemoth gate across here, just in the off chance that we might get a Giga or a Karchar coming down from the mountains, which is unlikely, but could happen. Hey, Yusef Designer, welcome, welcome. I am doing pretty good. I'm excited to be doing some building. Building an Ark is just really relaxing and fun. All right, so we're gonna put the front porch here, I think. And let me do it out of wood so I can show you a feature that Arkitect Structures just added that I'm pretty stoked about. I thought, yep, I do have squares. Okay. Check this out. They added that there's now structure variants, so you can get wood that's smooth on top. It's awesome. Ah, geez, it is laggy as can be. It is ridiculous how laggy it's being. Okay, where's my ramp? Stairs thingy. Need the regular angle for this. Hey, Amanda. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, isn't that nice? I really like the planed wood like that. It's nice having smooth wood. And let's switch all of the wood actually to this. And you can also change the rotation. Like if I wanted the lines on it to go the other direction, you can change it in the radial. So that's pretty handy as well. Just some of the little quality of life tweaks that Gimmelcad added to this mod. He really listens to builders and takes suggestions very seriously. So that's one of the reasons why this mod is so awesome for building. And he's still adding more features. Ooh, come on, don't do that to me. You're gonna give me a heart attack here. All right. Now I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start with just a regular, I'm gonna put a doorway here. Then the rest, I'm just gonna make regular walls for now, and then I'm gonna replace them as I go if I need another variant. Whoop. And yes, this looks like it is blocking the doorway, but we will get to that in a minute. We will fix that. But this is why I put the triangles, because with the triangles filling in the gap like that, you can get this really interesting pattern going. It looks kind of like a Celtic knot or something from above. A very simple Celtic knot, but it's kind of fun and different. I like it. Okay. Ah, jeez. So laggy. Okay. But in some of these places, we're going to want to be able to reach through there. And so what we're going to do is, like in this spot here, I'm actually going to swap that out. Has he added the secret door variant yet? Last I checked, he had not added that. Yes. Oh, oh wait, now I remember what he did. That's right. I was talking to him and he told me where he hid the secret doors. He put it as a variant of the door instead of a variant of the wall because it's a door, and so it makes sense to him that it should go with the doors. I mean, as a builder, to me, it makes sense that it goes with the walls because it's got the snap points of a wall. But since it functions as a door, he put it with the doors. There we go. So we're going to put a secret door there, and also let's do one here so we can reach the forges from outside. Oh, not that one. It just keeps hanging up here. I am very sorry for the lagginess of the stream, but I don't think there's anything really I can do about it. It's not on my end because I just did a speed test and my internet is great right now. Alright, secret door there. And then on the inside here, what we're going to do is we're going to swap out these walls, which I mostly put in just to show you the pattern. We're going to swap those out for quarter walls, so that the middle section will be open. So we grab our little quarter wall dudes here, and sometimes it seems like it works best if you put it opposite where you want it first, and then it cooperates. No, that's not where I wanted it. Yeah, I want it on this triangle here. This little bit. This little nubbin. There. Right there. That's where we want it. Okay. Like that. And then with the quarter wall, then we've got all the snap points that we need to bring the pattern upward. But we'll be able to... And it makes a nice little niche, I think. We can put a window over the smithy if we want to, a little bit later. And these guys over here, I'm going to put these as quarters as well. That way we can access our storage boxes from outside, which is handy when unloading dinos after a resource gathering trip. And yes, this mod does have automatic doors as well. Let's pick this up. Yep, and just all the doors are automatic by default. Which is amazing. And I do like that he made the secret doors. They are still automatic, but you have to get a lot closer before they'll just open. And you can also disable that if you don't want your secret doors giving themselves away. You can just switch to manual, and then they won't auto open no matter how close you get. You have to hit it to open them. Good morning, Jensen. Yeah, and you know what's one of the other features that I am absolutely in love with from Arkitect structures is here. Let me grab a pillar. I love the pillars. Check it out. Okay, so this is the default pillar, right? Well, there is also, of course, you can tilt it, but if you hit T, you can cycle variants, and there's a thinner one and an even thinner one. There's 3 different thicknesses of pillars, which is amazing and very, very handy. And there's also beam variants of all of the thicknesses. And seriously, like, just the pillars would be enough to make me get this mod. Just that. And the wood ones are even better because there's the 3 different thicknesses, but then there's also wood beams that don't look like a bundle of sticks. They actually look like nice beefy wooden beams. And there's a thick beam. There is a medium beam, a thin beam, and there's also round posts as well in 3 different thicknesses. Isn't that amazing? Like, oh my gosh. So much more useful, especially with rustic or medieval type builds, rather than the default pillar. Which I'm not sure why they made the default pillar look like this. Like, that wouldn't actually be, I don't think that would be all that strong structurally. Like, it kind of goes with the thatch, I guess. But you would use plain down tree trunks, wouldn't you? If you were building in rustic style stuff, you wouldn't just use a bunch of saplings all tied together. That just is never really made much sense to me. And the gun here, the multi-tool, is from QOL Plus, which has a lot of the features of the old S Plus. Not quite all of them yet, but they're working on it. And I love the multi-tool. I love having a multi-tool pack again for building. It is wonderful. And yes, Tiger Angel, it actually does have actual glass. In fact, here, let's do something different with this wall behind the smithy here. I think I kind of want to do a thing with half walls there. So let me grab... There even are glass quarters, and there's a whole wood glass tier, actually. So in addition to a better version of the greenhouse glass, there's also this wood glass, which you can unlock when you unlock wood tier, which is awesome. And yeah, actually, let me show you something here in the engrams. I'm in creative mode, of course, but if you look down here, it saves you so many engram points because, you know, you got all of these different things you need to unlock normally that each cost a certain number of engram points. With ASR, you just have to unlock the crafting bench and then thatch tier. This one unlock unlocks all of the thatch pieces. And it's like 6 engram points or something. It's the cost of like just the foundations of the other stuff. And the same with wood. All of the wood pieces versus ASR wood tier, ASR wood glass tier. Just the 2 unlocks. And you don't have to have the default versions unlocked as well. You can just unlock the ASR ones if you want. And it's like that all the way up the line, you know, with stone tier, greenhouse tier, metal tier, tech tier. I think you have to actually do boss fights and stuff before you can unlock that. Or maybe it's just that you have to make it in a tech replicator, but there's some kind of limitation on that. But yeah, isn't that awesome? Yes, this is definitely one of my favorite building mods. And I mean, I've been a fan for a little while. Gimmelcad actually made his original Arkitect structures mods from ASE were also some of my favorite building mods in that game as well. So let's just put a full-on glass wall here. Look at that. I love that it's reflective. Like, it looks like it's actually kind of shiny. He's still working on the actual glass. He took out the waviness of the base game glass, but it still has a little bit of, like, it looks like there's a screen in the window is what it looks like to me. But it doesn't look nearly as weird as the base game stuff. It's so much better. And there's ceiling variants. There's excuse me. There's pretty much everything except foundations and pillars are available in the glass tiers. Put that behind the smithy. Always nice to be able to look outside while you're crafting, right? And I like an outside the box base, hence why I like to make bases that are kind of different shape. I mean, I made my one box base, my Bob Box Ascended, with that one, we really leaned into the box thing and made it, if it's going to be a box, let's make it look like an artistic box. And that's kind of what we did. We made it look like a very modern base. Okay. Should we maybe put a back door in? I think it'd be good to have a back door over here. Jeez. And I have all my graphics settings turned down as well. All my graphics settings are on medium. I mean, not medium. They're on low right now. Someday I'll get me a 40 series graphics card and maybe be able to manage some medium graphics, but here it's a little harder to see what's going on. Oh, I had it. There we go. All right, now some of these I'm going to want to be solid walls, and some of them I'm going to want to be windows, but I'm not entirely sure which one will be which just yet, and so I'm going to leave it like that for now and continue it up a little higher. Just go to solid walls for the next level. There, and oh no, you're not going to cooperate, are you? You're going to make me put something in there. All right, well, let's do stone glass then. And these glass pieces also have the strength of their base variants. So basically the wood glass here are as strong as wood, and the stone glass walls are as strong as stone walls. Which, that's one of the things that always bugged me about the greenhouse glass is, it's so breakable. Lag is real. And this one is also a secret door, so you can unload your metal straight into your forges without having to bring it inside. Little quality of life tweak. I learned after so much time it takes to carry in metal the normal way. After a while, you're like, there's gotta be a better way to do this. And the secret doors work so well for that. I don't believe it's possible to change the appearance. It's just the frame, basically, that is different. So you've got the stone frame around these ones, but they don't have different variants in appearance. You can make there are the different pieces, though. Like, I believe there's glass windows and glass doors and stuff, too. In fact, let's swap this for a glass door. We can do the wood glass window. Is this? Okay, so this is just a window that's meant to fit in there. That's pretty cool, actually. I did not realize that that was a thing. So he made a window that's a little bit narrower than the wall so that it fits in a double door frame. I like that. He's added a bunch of new things to this mod since last time I used it. There might not be glass doors just yet. Yeah, I know there's glass windows, but he may not have added glass doors just yet. I'm sure he will, though. Yeah, that would be really nice, and he may be planning on adding that later. I'm not sure. Another secret door there in case I want to unload my meat directly into the fireplace to cook it up. And you know, actually, I think that I do like the way that that wood framed window looks in the double doorway, so I think I will change these out for that. I don't actually need the ground floor to have the strength of stone because nothing's getting past that metal gate over there. And some of these windows also, I think, had other variants. But oh yeah, so you can add crossbars on it if you want to. So what do you think? Crossbars or no crossbars? And I'm actually going to be showing you in a minute how to make kind of like an arched decoration over the top of the windows. So for now, let's just switch it to the default. Because I need another layer on the walls before I can add the decorative details I have in mind. So I've been watching a Let's Play series from another YouTuber named Butch X3, and he's playing through Arc Ascended for the first time. He never even played ASE before, and he went in blind. He didn't even watch any videos or anything. He's trying to figure it out himself as he goes, doing everything the hard way. It's kind of fun to watch, but I mean, he's been just falling in love with the building system, and it's really fun to see because the building system in ASA honestly does make building so much fun, even for people that normally don't really care for art building. This one somehow got flipped around. Why are you flipped around? What's going on down here? Oh, it's probably because of this here, because there's two different snap points depending on if it snaps to this foundation or that foundation. Must have snapped it to the wrong ones. That's better. Oh, you saw his first video last night? Yeah, it's been a pretty entertaining series so far. I think he's like 15 episodes in or something, 17 maybe. But it's going to go a little slower for a while because unfortunately he just announced on his Discord that he's come down with COVID, poor guy. So, yeah. And I think I'm gonna need more quarter walls in here. Yeah, because otherwise it's gonna block the window, and we don't want that. I can go with this. This one could be a full wall, though. You lagging on me here, game? Come on now. Oh, there we go. And this is intended to be a starter base, so I'm not going to go super tall with it. I think I'm going to add a second floor, but I may not go above that. Okay. Let me show you my little way I figured out to make the windows not quite so square. Okay, so one of my other things that I adore about Arkitect structures is the fact that it has 3 different roof angles. Why has this not been a thing before? Roof. That's what I want. Oh, actually, I think I want stone ones. It's got steep, shallow, and the regular variant on those. So let me show you. So this, so that's the steep roof angle. And then this is the default roof angle. And then this one is, come on now. Just put there. That's the shallow roof angle. So that really is nice for giving a lot of options. And he has those in pretty much all the building tiers, I think. I'm not sure if he has them yet for the like wood glass and stone glass, but pretty much all the others. Yeah, you never played Ark before? Yeah, his name is ButchX3. So you're talking about him or about yourself? Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the chat backwards. That's always gets you into trouble. Yes. So yeah, the guy doing videos, he's not a builder per se, but he's been really enjoying experimenting with Ark building for the first time. Since he's never played the game before at all. And you know what? Building is just so much more pleasurable in ASA. Like even though it was kind of fun being able to do impressive builds in ASC because most people were like, I can't even make a thatch box. At the same time, it's just so nice not having to fight with snap points. So nice. Okay. And anyway, to go along with those 3 different roof angles, we also have 3 different sloped wall angles. So I'm going to grab me some shallow sloped walls. And come on now. Nope. Come on, you can flip around for me. You gonna be stubborn? Why are you doing this to me? You know what I've found, actually? I just remembered a trick that I figured out to make it a little bit easier. About to say, geez, I was just bragging about how awesome your building system you are and how I don't have to fight snap points. And then you're going to make me fight snap points. But if you... Why are you... Didn't tell you to flip upside down. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, really only need the one anyway. Sometimes it's easier, I've found, to snap these sloped walls below a ceiling rather than a wall. So let's do that. Ah, like so. There we go. There, and you get kind of a little arched looking window. And you can pick these guys up. And it stays. So, I really like doing that with windows though, and with really tall windows like this, you can't even use the steep ones. The steep sloped walls are 2 walls high. So definitely a bigger showstopper kind of look. Let's try putting a couple of those here though. And I'm gonna snap them actually to the outer wall snap point, I think. Or do I want them snapped to the inner one? Let's try it this way first and see how it looks. Come on now. I'm gonna need to go outside, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to see it properly. Know if it's on the right snap point. Yeah, like that. Yeah, this would actually need to be even higher than this. Otherwise it's gonna completely block the window. But for really tall windows, it can be kind of fun. Just do the regular sloped ones here. Just the ASR stone wall. Sloped stone wall. Oh, the lag. There. Wait, which one do we want this snap to? The outer or the inner? I think I was snapping it to the outer. Let's try both and see which one we like better, shall we? And I love that it seems like the sloped stone walls, they can mesh through almost everything without breaking it. It's so nice for creating some fun effects. Yeah, the shallow is perfect for eaves as well. With this one, it kind of looks like it's part of the window. But this one has kind of more of a three-dimensional look to it. It's kind of nice. Let's see how they look from outside. Yeah, I think I would probably want to do it on both if I was going to do it on the inner snap point like that. Because I do like having it also on the outside. Okay, let's put those back. Get that out. And all of these pieces also can be painted, which is kind of fun. And I made a little sink. Look, I was trying to figure out how to make a sink. Alright. I think I wanted to have a back door somewhere along here. Maybe do this one here as the secret back door. Wow, this is quite the epic music for some building. We are solving the world's problems here. Right. One needs a door. You like the music? Good. I'm glad you are enjoying it. I think I want to add some more of these wood beams, and probably I'm not going to paint anything today because that'll just take forever, but I probably would eventually want to paint these to make them a little darker so they match the rest of the wood better. Come on now, can you snap above the other one? Yeah, you don't like the fact that there's no quarter walls over here, huh? Fine, you can snap like that if you want to. This isn't going to want to snap in the middle because there's no quarter snap points over here, but maybe we can create some. I don't know if it's going to snap here and then come off or not. You might have to just put in an arch or something to give it something to snap to. Yeah, let's just do that. Here we're snap to the outer one. All right, now we should be able to get a beam to snap there and be centered. I don't want to fight beams all day. But there's some ideas of some things I might do at some point. We definitely need to frame in this doorway better, though. Let's try the stone ones. Just some thin little stone pillars just to cover the edges of these quarters. Or we could try thin wood beams. Ooh, I like that better. Yeah, I like the thinner beams better than these big fat ones, I think. You would try a wall and then pick up the wall when you're done? I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I feel like I missed a comment somewhere. Now this wall I purposely left blank because this is actually where I'm going to put my stairway in. And I appear to be missing the storage doors. There we go. So for this, just my regular angle wood roof, because that's the only one so far that has a stairs variant. All right. But the main thing is I'm going to try to echo the pattern that's down below of alternating squares and triangles. So the stairs are a square. They cover the space of one foundation. So I'm going to try to snap them to, but I've got, you know, we've got this double triangle thingy going on here. So that will definitely make it interesting. So let's try. This will take some tinkering, I think. Let's try that one to start. No flipping through. Oh. But then for the next angle up, this is not at quite the right angle because we have to put the other triangle in as well, but that would block our stairs. So we're only going to put it there temporarily, and then we're going to remove it. We just need to get the snap point. Come on now. Like that. So oh, we got another angle in there now. No, not that one. You know what? Stairs are attached to the floor, so they're not going to break if I do this. There. Now we have the angle we need. I'm not sure if these will be supported by a wall or not, so let's try and see. Oh, yes, they will. Okay, good. So then we can just pop back one there for our little kind of half a landing. And then up here, we'd kind of do the same thing to go up another level. But first, we have to add the floor up here and another level. So let's do the floors in wood and wood glass, I think. Is the quarter ceiling glass quarter? This guy. And we're also going to need some squares, though, too. So let's grab these. So in the middle of each spot, we got one of these, and we can actually, can we change the, oh yes, we can change the variant before putting it down, so we don't actually have to go around and manually change all of them, I believe. So yes, by hitting T, we can cycle variant to the planed on top version, which I prefer. You know what? This actually does need to be snapped to the outer snap point. Like that. And this building mod, it's almost a little bit sneaky because of the fact that it uses the base game textures. And so sometimes people look at it and they go, well, you know, what's so special about that? It doesn't even have any different materials or different textures. But I mean, once you start playing with it, it's just got so many more options. Really makes it fun. Just make a fun little pattern on our floor here. This spot, we're going to be able to just put the one there. I think I can still get through. I don't know if I can get through if I do that one, though. Probably not, but this should be fine. Yep. Loving the taller wall heights. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Aren't the taller walls a wonderful, wonderful thing? Oh, so much better. Okay, let's try the other rotation just to be different. Make a different sort of pattern. And then we're going to temporarily put one there. Don't want the whole floor up here to be glass, so we'll make these ones be solid and we'll leave them with the log variant so we get a pretty pattern going on. I think in the middle, let's do glass. And if I can find my staircase, now we can actually remove the piece that's blocking the staircase because there's other stuff supporting it. There. Hey, Krabby! Welcome, welcome! I am playing around right now with Arkitect Structures Remastered and making a dodecagon base out of it. So we're going to go up one more level and then we're going to do the roof. We're just going to make this a little cottage, not a full-on like tall tower or anything like that. Just a little starter base that's just a bit more fun than your regular square starter base. All right. Let's see. Where do we want to have windows? Definitely want to have a window at the top of the stairs. Then maybe we can alternate. So I caught a few of your streams with Cap a little while ago. How has your ASA been going, Krabby? What have y'all been up to more recently? Didn't quite catch your most recent streams, I don't think. So I've had my head down working on a monster edit of a video. Oh, dang it, I messed up my pattern here. Trying to finish this dang video, so I haven't been watching as many videos and streams as I normally would like to. All right. Then we can put our wood glass. The window piece is the one. Put wood glass windows in there. You lurk while you edit. I wish I could do that, but the thing is, especially when I'm editing, you know, people talking and stuff, I need to be able to hear what they're saying. And if I'm listening to somebody streaming, especially playing the same game, it just gets me confused about the sounds in the video that I'm working on, because it is a Let's Play series that I'm working on, and working on the first episode of. And so, you know, catching the nuances of what people say, because I'm not the only one in this, it's a group of people. It just doesn't work quite as well for me, at least. I can listen to music, but even music with vocals sometimes is too distracting. All right, and then we're gonna do our, see, I think we're gonna do full walls against these, and then we're gonna do quarters over the windows. Yeah. I did not mean to whistle, you guys. Did I whistle for you guys? I've got a stego and an Anki here. The Anki I spawned in to help with clearing out bushes and rocks and stuff. But then the Anki got into a fight with a, well, she attacked him first in his defense. But, yeah. A mama stego attacked my Anki. And he dispatched her quite easily, but then we saw that she had a baby, and so I adopted her baby. Okay, yeah, that's the ones I wanted. I do not want solid walls here, because that would be dumb, because that would block my windows. Now it's getting dark. Sure. Yeah, I have done some of that where I mute the stream, but I'm more interested sometimes in what's going on in the stream than I am in what I'm editing, and I just want to watch. And yeah, I'm just not very disciplined, I guess. But I definitely need to get better at doing that. Because I do like being able to support other creators. My game is being so incredibly laggy tonight, and I've turned everything down that I can turn down. I don't know if the most recent patches made it worse or what the deal is. Yeah, this one actually... There we go. I think with the walls being so high and the fact that I'm going to be doing a cone-shaped roof, I don't think the wall needs to go up any higher than this. So let's just add these little guys to the edges to make it look a little bit more finished. I like that. And we can go ahead and do the arches over these windows too, because I just like how that, I just really like the look of that. So we will go around and do our quarters. Oops. Okay, what do you think? Should we do this one out of stone like the lower story, or should we do this one out of wood? Let's see what the wood shallow slopes look like. No, that's the regular one. Steep, shallow. There's the shallow. Okay, I'm going to have to leave that there then. If I do that. Actually, though, I think the way I'm doing the roof, I think I actually need one there anyway. We'll just have one on the outside, I guess. Yeah. Wow, you're able to watch TV with subtitles while editing, Mikey? That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I learned editing so late in life or what, but I just really have to focus on it. I'm so easily distracted that I have to get myself into like a state of hyperfocus, or I just can't get anything accomplished. And so I can't have any kind of entertainment that would distract me from that. I mean, I need some kind of distraction because just editing is sometimes not enough stimulation for my brain, but it has to be just the right amount, because if it's something that will distract me, then I won't get anything done. So music usually works really well. Sometimes I can do a podcast or something that doesn't have a visual component with it, especially if it's a podcast that I can like zone out and for a while and then zone back in and check on it. Yeah. Hey Lisa, welcome, welcome. So what do you guys think about the Saturday streams? I think that this timing should work for most of the rest of the winter in my schedule, at least. It's kind of nice being able to work on editing on Friday instead. Okay, let's also add these guys to here. Having to multitask at work, yeah, that makes sense. If you've been doing it for a long time, makes sense. I definitely enjoy watching other people's streams and videos while I'm doing something that doesn't require a lot of focus. Like if I'm doing housework, if I'm cooking, if I'm putting away laundry, if I'm even doing some kind of craft project or something like that, absolutely 100% of the time I have YouTube on and I'm watching a stream or a video or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not comfortable enough with editing yet, I guess. Because I've only been editing videos at all for less than 2 years. Okay, so I want the steep ones, and I also do want some shallow ones. Go. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, so these will go on the inner snap point, I think, or did it snap inward from here? No. No, I want it here. Like this. See how that looks. Come on now. With the hanging up on things. Okay. Then I could do like that. Do I want to do like that? Let's see how that will look. I kind of like that actually. Let's do that. Now. Yeah, it seems to help if I do the one over here first, because are you not going to cooperate with being clipped through? Oh, no, you did. Okay. And then if I snap the one that's clipping through to this other one, it seems to work better than trying to... Oh, no, no. What do you know? It's making a liar out of me. It's going to... Anyway, it's easier if you just do it that way. Eight snap points, and none of them are the right one, apparently. Okay, fine. We'll do this shallow part after. That seems to work a little better. Remember how I was talking about how I love not having to fight snap points anymore? Yeah, I think the game heard me. Now there are also steep triangles. I could use triangle roofs for this and then they wouldn't mesh through each other, but I actually like the pattern that it makes when they do. So I usually use the square ones for the first couple layers and then use the triangles just at the top, just at the tip. just at the top. Do this one first. What's your issue? You're just gonna be all kinds of stubborn. Why? Why must you be stubborn like this? All right, well, have a great rest of your day, Krabby. Let's go with you. Do that while you cooperate. Yeah, that makes it easy for you to understand, huh? Guess I'll just do that then. Am I missing? Nope, they're there. Okay. All right. I'm just making this racket. I think there's a Diplo somewhere close by. Here's something knocking down trees. Well, yeah, it would be kind of hard to multitask while you're streaming. Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing, though, if we could edit and stream at the same time? That doesn't work quite so well, though. I like how that is starting to look.
How you doing? You good?
Oh, that made me jump out of my skin. Okay, what? That was an alert.
How you doing? You good?
Oh, somebody gifted some subscriptions. Aw. It hasn't come
How you
through on the
doing? You
chat
good?
yet, so I can't even see who did that yet. But welcome, Super Doom's Armada and Carl Merritt and
How you doing?
Lisa
You good?
Wolgamoth and Arctic Wolf and Mikey's Gaming Oasis. Welcome, welcome to Birds of a Feather. And
How you doing? You good?
who bought the subscriptions for everybody? Stream Elements is not showing me properly. Eventually, it'll hopefully show up in the chat and I'll be able to see it. Oh, dang it, it's on top chat. I always want it on live chat. Dang it, YouTube. Well, I can barely hold a coherent conversation with chat while building either. Yeah, mostly it's just me thinking out loud is most of what I'm doing. Actually, you know, no, I think I am going to go another layer with the square ones here. Come on now, other way. You had it. There. Every time you are ready to update, someone gives you a subscription. Well, I mean, you could pay it forward if you wanted to. Then seems like an easy solution to me. Come on now. Oh, there we go. I've been trying to do a video about this mod since before it came out. I mean, Gimelcat was so kind, he even made me one of the testers on it. So I had access to it before anybody else did. And I still haven't, I mean, I use it in a lot of streams and talked about it on a lot of streams, but I still haven't made an edited video about it because it's just kind of a complex mod. It takes a little while to show all the different features of it. So I think I might just have to edit some of the streams or something. Make a tutorial on building with it in order to show it off. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why it isn't showing in my chat anymore. YouTube's recently done some changes and not all of them were great, in my opinion. It doesn't show me. It doesn't show me who gifted them. So sorry about that. I would love to shout out whoever gifted those. Does it show you guys? Because it's not showing it to me in chat anymore. I have no idea why. Maybe eventually it'll come through. It just takes a little while for it to figure out what's going on. Will you snap the side if I put the crosshairs over this? There. Yes. See, isn't that kind of a fun pattern on the roof? I like that. So that's why I use the squares instead of the triangles. For the most part. But then at the top layer up here, we're going to switch to the triangles. Wood triangles, steep wood triangle. That's the one. That's the one. Actually, you know what? Should maybe try. I think there's a steep wood glass triangle, isn't there? Steep stone. Glass, wood glass. There it is. Let's try this. You like the look of that? Hey, Jensen! Aw, thank you. Yeah, I like meshing things through each other and making fun patterns and stuff. And now, actually, let's also switch it to the corner. Now, how do I get it to go right that way? There we go. And since there's so many meshed together up here, I think I'm gonna like skip every other one because otherwise there would be a ton of them. I might go back and add in the others later, but come on now. Yeah, almost had it. Okay. Okay, is this going to be easier to do from in here or something? So you'll go towards me? Okay, that is the right way. And then skip that one and go to this one. Oh, I think I skipped 2 there. Yeah. Okay, so, well, that's 1. This is... No? Wait. Is that right? That's how they should look. Yeah, okay. Building crosshairs are one of the best things they added to this game, in my opinion. Ooh. Maybe I should add some more of the glass ones. Let's see how it looks from the inside. It's too fast. So that's what it looks like on the inside. I like the star pattern. Okay, why is that a little different there? Something went wonky in the pattern in that one area there. You see that? Gonna have to fix that. Is that what is that that's doing that? Why are you snapped weird? Okay, now it looks the same as the others. Yeah. Come on now, snap up. Up. Up with you. Into Ghost so I don't have to keep running in and out. There we go. That's really rude to come into somebody else's chat and start advertising your server. Lisa, would you mind banning that person? Lisa may have stepped away. That's okay. Just do it myself. Ban you for being rude, coming in here and immediately starting to advertise something. Like, I mean, I'm willing to shout out other people's clusters and channels and stuff, and I do it all the time, but to come into somebody else's chat and not even say hi, not even talk to people, whatever, just start trying to advertise stuff is just rude. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. Wondering if I should do another layer of glass or not. Oh, no worries, Lisa. I mean, my streams don't usually require a lot of moderating, so that's actually, I think that's the first time I've had to ban anyone.
How you doing? You good?
Aw, welcome to Little Birds, Tiger Angel. That's really sweet of you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, and that notification popped up. Why didn't the other notification pop up in chat? That's just so weird. Maybe there's an option to give gifted subs anonymously or something? Well, if that is the case and you would prefer to remain anonymous, I will respect that, but thank you very much for the support. It means a lot. It's never necessary, of course, but it is very, very thoughtful. So what do you think? Should I do 2 layers in glass like that? Oh, no worries at all, Lisa. Oh, sorry, smacking my mic around. Absolutely play the game while watching. Like I said, this is the first time that's ever come up, ever. So, not like we usually have a lot of issues with stuff like that. Mostly because I have my streams set on subscribers only mode, and people have to be a subscriber for 1 minute at least before they can comment. And usually that is enough to deter most of the bots and trolls, but apparently not that one. I just went through and got the wood ones behaving. Now pick them all up and do something different, but you know, that's That's just building an arc, right? So many different options to try. Speaking of being willing to shout out other channels and stuff, though, make sure to give Mikey's channel some love. Mikey is also a content creator who streams arc building. So make sure to go and drop him a sub if you have not already. I think, yeah, are you still working on the Japanese castle design? Excited to see how that turns out. Alright, I like that. I think I like it like that better. And let's see, do I want to add some railing details? Let's play around with it a bit and see. Just love the look of the new wood railings so much. They are just so gorgeous. I wish the stone tier railings had a similar cool pattern. Like, I wish they were stone arches, the little railings. If they were a stone 1/3 wall arch, they would be so much more fun and useful, I think. Episode 3 of the Japanese castle. Very cool. And Gimelcat told me he's planning on adding a railing variant that'll snap like to the edge of the steep slope, but he doesn't have one yet because he'll have to create that. That's too steep of an angle. It doesn't exist in the game yet. But eventually, I believe that is coming. Well, that's since there's no straight walls here, these are snapping to match the angle of the slopes, at least some of them. I'd rather they were straight up and down. It's one spot. Like so. So I know it may be a little bit fanciful to call something like this the starter house, but I mean, you could fit everything in here for well up to at least mid-game, and if you're a person who doesn't need a huge base, then you could use this base well into endgame. Like, you may not be able to fit your indie forge in here, but you know, that's what having a yard is for. Just build yourself a little plaza to stick it on. And the nice thing is, and one of the reasons why I like doing a tower base, I did one in my playthrough on the Arkitect server last year, is I like the fact that I can build one level to start with and then just do a flat ceiling above it and then keep going higher as I get materials for it. Just checking the pattern here, making sure the pattern is consistent, because that's how I spot if something is out of place. Just gotta polish up those pattern recognition skills a bit. Okay. That's true. There are a lot of different mods that allow you to change the size of the Indie Forge, or they just give you smaller crafting stations to begin with. There's so many of them. I can't even remember the names of all of them. But there's definitely quite a few that just give you crafting stations that by default are half size or quarter size, or they're all around about the same size and fit together nicely, or all kinds of different options. Don't know about this detail. What do you think? Is it too much? I still kind of wish there were different angles of thatch roofs, because that would be kind of fun and really kind of fit the fairy tale vibe of this cone-shaped thatch roof. But so far, Gim has not added thatch roofs in the different angles. They are on the list, but have not been added just yet. Oh, in the vanilla game INI file, you can make it smaller? I was not aware of that. Could you do that in ASE? Because I thought that was an S Plus thing in ASE. Never too much for my builds. To be honest, I do sometimes go back and like remove a little bit of detail if it's just starting to look too much, but I want there like that. Let's try some of that. Kind of makes it look almost lacy or something. Huh. Well, I would love it if you wouldn't mind sharing that INI coding with me, Tiger Angel. I kind of collect that kind of stuff. I actually have a whole section in my Discord now for server stuff for people that are just learning how to admin their own servers, especially modded servers, because there's a lot of console players who've never gotten to play with mods before who are now all of a sudden, oh, hello, who are now trying to figure out how to set up their own servers and stuff. And so I've been making a few videos to try to help people with that. Which those aren't the most fun videos to make because I don't get to play Ark really that much to make them. But I think it is something that's needed because they definitely have been getting some traffic. So this does seem like a good time to give a shout out as well to a sponsor of this channel, Nitrato, who sponsors my servers. And I mean, they've been getting a lot of hate lately. And to be honest, I don't feel like a lot of it is deserved. Like, yeah, I'm not in favor of monopolies either, but that was decided between a bunch of business executives, not your rank and file person who works at Nitrato. And all the rank and file people who work at Nitrato that I've talked to have been very nice and decent and eager to help people. And it's not like I'm some kind of a big shot, because I'm really not. And they actually started sponsoring my channel when I only had like 2,000 subscribers, something like that. But, you know, they believed in me, and that was cool. I really appreciate that. So anyway, yeah, if you want to rent a server for ASA, use my code and it helps out the channel. Doesn't cost you any extra. Well, I guess my link my discount code isn't working since it was set up before ASA came out. So it applies to literally every other game, but not ASA. So if you want a server for Conan or 7 Days to Die or ASE, then you can use that code for 10% off. I believe it's 10% off your first month. But yeah. ASA was not added to the coding for that, and unfortunately my regular Nitrado liaison guy is away on his honeymoon for a couple of weeks, and his replacement is trying to do the work of several people and obviously prioritizing emergencies and not little things like that. So eventually it might get done. But for now, if you use my link, it still helps out the channel. Yeah, that's the thing. They lost sponsor people. I understand. Okay. I understand. Like, if people's business is threatened, of course they're going to react. And of course, in some cases, they're going to be quite emotional about it. To be honest, I kind of wonder though, if from Nitrado's side, I wonder if they weren't expecting all of this hate because of the fact that they've had an exclusive, basically a monopoly, on Xbox and Windows servers for literally ever. Since ASE first came out, they have been the only place where you could rent servers for the Xbox version of Ark. And they didn't, you know, nobody was yelling about that. And yeah, I don't think they counted on how upset a lot of content creators who use the PC version and, you know, the Xbox having a monopoly didn't affect them. And so some of them may not have even known. But yeah, it just makes it seem, to me at least, a little hypocritical when people act like it's about principles or just in principle being against monopolies, but they didn't care about the other monopolies when it didn't affect them. But yeah, I understand. I mean, people have to pay their bills. And something like that coming out of the blue, I'm sure, was not welcome. Actually, I'm going to need to echo the shapes down below in order to get this to fit properly. I mean, I think I'm probably just more cynical than some. It's like, it's a business. Their job is to make money. Businesses don't go around lending each other millions of dollars out of charity. So yeah, if Nitrado can get themselves an exclusive in exchange for lending Snail all this money, well, yeah, they're going to do that. I get that. I may not like it, but it is what it is. And I don't really think that G-Portal or anybody else would have turned down a chance like that if it had come across their desks. It's not like they're just, you know, have better principles or something. They just didn't get the opportunity for that, probably because of the fact that Nitrado already had an exclusive on Xbox servers. And, I mean, what are they going to do? Offer G-Portal an exclusive on all the PC servers and PlayStation, but not the Xbox ones? Like, that doesn't really make sense. And not to mention, people wouldn't pay as much for that either. Okay, this is going to be a wonky height, but I think I'll be able to make it work anyway. Yeah, a lot of people were pretty emotional about it, and there's still a lot of hate that comes out whenever Nitrado's name is mentioned, which sucks for them, of course, because yeah, most of them are just people doing jobs to support their families, and they're not some kind of evil villainous corporation any more or less than any other corporation. Let's try some of these. These are the shallow ones, right? Yes. Come on now. You can do it. They can snap to the sloped walls, but it seems like they prefer the roofs, and so they'll usually default to snapping to roofs. But one little way I've figured out to get around that is if you give it a roof to snap to temporarily, and sometimes you can get it to behave. Yes, I like that. Could we get a steep angled one in there too? We had it for a second. But it's upside down. Didn't want it upside down. Ooh, I like that. I'm just reading up on the comments that I missed. Sorry about that. But yeah, Tiger Angel, if you're not in my Discord already, you should definitely join my Discord, because yeah, I got the whole area set up for server owners, and I even have actually server configs, INI files that you can basically just copy and paste just to get you started. And it's got things, you know, most of the most used settings that people are looking for. Like, it has boosted weight for people and dinos, I believe. It has boosted breeding, baby maturation, harvesting, taming, all of that kind of stuff is in there. And then, you know, if you want to add other features, then it's a lot easier to go in and edit something rather than starting from scratch. Because yeah, the UI for ASA is still kind of primitive, let's say. I'm hoping that it gets better with time, but as it is now, there's not a whole lot of options in there. As far as just sliders and things to make it, to change things. Oh, oops. Don't think we want a railing that goes through the glass window. If you do use my configs, though, make sure to watch the video where I explain how to set up your server, because there are some things that you still need to go in and manually edit. Like in the actual configs for the game user settings that you copy paste, there's some asterisks. You have to do a Control F to find the asterisks. There's 4 of them in there, because those are things that you need to edit for your own server. That's where you set up a password, set up an admin password, the name of your server, and your message of the day. You still have to do that manually. But the asterisk makes those lines easy to find, rather than having to dig through however many lines of code that is. You know what? I want this to be a little bit farther out. I think what I'm gonna do is let's try... Let's do this. I want more of an overhang here. Yeah, I think if we do it like this, that'll work well. If I do, since I don't have border roof pieces, they would clip through, so I'm just going to use these little guys to finish it off up here. I love these quarter pieces so much. Such a genius addition to the building system. No, yeah, that snapped. That is what we want. And do we want this? Can I come in here like that? I think that actually would be nice. Makes it feel a little bit more finished, I guess. And if you're kind of an expert, if you don't need help with setting up your server, Tiger Angel, honestly, I would love to have you in my Discord anyway, because we get so many noobs asking questions and I can't answer all of them myself. So I love having other people in there who can help to answer questions as well. Come on now, why won't you... You won't snap because it's going into the ground, huh? Well, fine, whatever. I'll just... You know what? I'll put stairs, I think, on the outer end here, because I don't want to put a railing there and have it snap inside. Think what options there are. Go through the mental Rolodex here. See if that shows inside. Nope. Okay, that's good. I may have to swap out this wall here for a solid one rather than glass if it is a problem, but it doesn't seem to be since it's snapping downward from the foundation. Works. Now I've got a mod on here that adds torches that don't need fuel. Got a couple of them actually. Cosmetic torches that do not output heat. Those are an option. And then the QOL plus ones. You know what, honestly, what I would prefer. Let me see which ones here. Are either of these ones that don't make noise, because I don't want my torches to sound like a roaring bonfire, for Pete's sake. Oh, it must contain a fuel, but then it doesn't actually use it. Yeah, it's still pretty loud. Oh, they look different. The flames look different. This one is more red. Seems kind of quieter. And that one's more orange. That's really interesting. I never would have noticed that. What does the vanilla one look? Which one does it mostly resemble? Okay, so the vanilla one has the orange flame. And this one, the QOL Plus, has a larger, redder flame. Which do you think looks better? The more orange flame that's smaller, or the more red looking flame that is larger? I assume the wall torches are probably different too then. Let us take a look and see. What is this? I don't even know which mod this one is from. That's why I need Nucleus again. Nucleus was such a handy mod in ASE for looking up what mod different things belong to. Let's put it here. Kind of interesting looking. Okay, so it's a storage thingy that's got 300 slots. Okay. Totem. I wonder if this might be from the wall and floor decor mod. Might be. You like the bigger red one? And Mikey likes the smaller one? Oh, we might use a mix of both. But of course, you know, it'll have to be in a way that looks symmetrical. For out here, let's do 2 of the bigger... Oops! Didn't mean to pick that up. You put those there. You might put a cosmetic torch over the door here. Something like that. And we need to put a torch up here as well. Put one of these like centered, perhaps. That would be no. Unfortunate. Well, these guys are free placing at least. In through our secret door. All right, now we can work on getting it arranged in here. Key. This one doesn't even show, but for the sake of symmetricality, if that's a word, it needs to be in there. If symmetricality is not a word, it really should be. Okay, we got our little kitchen area set up over here. I really like doing this with the cooking pot making it look like it's, you know, a cooking pot over your hearth. And one of the things I like a lot about ASA is that it doesn't seem to matter if you mesh things through each other, that, you know, you can still use them. Both the fireplace, you can access the inventory still, and this guy, you can still access the inventory. So that's all kinds of handy. Okay, we got some storage. Let's add some more storage under here. Let's move these guys out of the way. On Discord, you show up as Mama T. I will try to remember that. Tiger Angel, I will try to remember that, but I have a hard time sometimes with keeping names straight when they're different across different platforms, so just be patient with me if I forget, please. Okay. What else do we need in here? Oh yeah, preserving bits. Oh, and this will be actually a really good chance to show off a very cool little trick that I learned. I believe it was Safiro Ultima's. I believe it was him that did a video on stacking preserving bins in ASA. Not quite so. The basic gist is that it seems like there's a lot of different ASA structures that will let you place them. Come on now. Against a foundation instead of on top of a foundation. Why will you not... Dang it, you don't like... That's right, you don't like these little guys. You like the full-size ceilings. There. There, that'll make you happy. Fine. Have it your way. I'm probably going to need to put some more pillars downward, though, to support that. Okay, let's see if that's enough to keep that supported. Yes. Alright, so we need this beam here. And then we can stack our preserving bins. Alright, and then disable snapping. And see. Doesn't show what it's attached to. Oh, H. No. Hold H. Okay, there we go. Shows a little more, but not much. So I don't know what's supporting that. If it will... Yep. Dang it. Oh, screw it. I don't need that many preserving bins anyway if you're going to be like that. Things. Or if I do, we can just snap them this way. Why are you snapping wonky? Why are you a little lower? What is with that? That is a very strange way to snap. Whatever. No, this was snapped wrong. There. That's better. Okay, so we got some basic decor set up here. Now we can pop out our decor mods and play with those, because I have some brand spanking new decor mods on here that I haven't gotten a chance to play with yet. And that cannot be allowed to stand, of course. Give me back my box. You can have my building pieces. Alright. Oh, yeah, and these building pieces too. Now, let's see what we got. Let's look at it in folder view. It might be easier to see. Oh yeah, there's also a new update out to Clifton's backpacks. So check this out. There's a couple of different new backpack variants now. I did a video on this mod that covers the basics of how it works and stuff, so I'm just going to show off this. Look at, you can have a Santa sack on your back, and it actually gives you weight reduction as well. And doesn't use up any of your slots because you just hit E on it to use, and it equips or unequips it. And there's also a scroll sling. Be nice for some RP type servers, I bet. What do you think? Do you like the new options? Take that off. Put this one on. There's also a tiny little back pouch. So it's just a little pouch that hangs off your butt, basically. I don't know how you would sit with that there. I'm not exactly sure how it's staying on either, because I don't see a belt to go with it, but we won't think too hard about that. My usual favorite of the backpacks is travel backpack, though. So let's get that out, because I like the fact that it provides some... Oh, not this one. It was the I made the wrong one. The travel backpack with lantern. This guy. So when it's low light situation, sometimes it can be nice to have a little bit of lighting that you carry around with you. Okay. Let's see now. Which decor mod shall we try first? We got... They have their own folders in here. Klinger additional structures, I also wanted to try this one. There's also prop plots for that. Nice. Okay, and some furniture. Let's get all of those. And rustic wood building tier. I do want to have a look at that as well. We might like build a little outbuilding or something. Check those out. Some of the decor mods might be of the variety where you have to actually make a crafting table, and then all the engrams are in the crafting table, which is a really good way to structure a mod, because then you don't have to unlock a whole bunch more engrams. You just have to unlock the one for the crafting table. And also, if a player has too many engrams unlocked, it can add to crashing because it adds a lot of extra data to your player file. That was especially a problem in ASC on clusters because it could cause people to crash when transferring between maps. So that's why I don't usually use the unlock engrams automatically INI commands or mods. Yeah, because that can cause issues. So having the mod engrams in a crafting station helps with that as well, but that also means that it's a little trickier to try to make them in creative mode. What's the crafting table? I know there's a crafting table for the wall and floor decor one. QOL Plus has a bunch of different things. Might as well grab some of those. I think I might... Did I remove the circa? I didn't. I think I might have. Cabinets, chairs, and tables. I had a bunch of that decor out from that mod over on a different build on my single player. So I hope I didn't accidentally remove it. But if I did, I guess I'll have to redecorate my castle. We've got a bunch of the dwarven building stuff. That's still in there. Wall and floor decor station. Okay, so that's why it wasn't coming up when I would search crafting or table. It's decor station. Okay. All right. Well, have a safe drive home, Mikey. And I'm probably not going to be streaming too terribly much longer, so I don't want to try to compete with your stream either. And I should get back to my editing. We can put this here. It looks like something that should go in the middle of the room. That's an interesting looking crafting table, to be sure. But if the engrams are in here, that also makes it, yeah, because you have to have the actual resource to make it in a crafting table. You can't just double click it to get it in your inventory. So I'll have to cheat myself in a bunch of crystal, stone, obsidian, and metal. Yeah. There's a bunch of statues too. Okay. Decorative dire bear statue. Do I have the stuff to make that? No, need more pelt. Well, I don't have the resources to make those just yet, but we can play around with the Klinger additional structures. Let's decorate up here a little bit. This looks like a very tidy and cozy, yet still rustic bed. Nice. Well, I didn't promise to watch all of the stream. I will try, but I gotta get this edit done. I've been working on, I'm so far behind on this project. I'm doing a Let's Play project that's a collaboration between 5 other people, 2 other content creators, and 3 of my friends who are not content creators. And we've recorded up to about episode 5, and I haven't even finished editing episode 1 yet. So that's getting kind of ridiculous. And the other content creators are being kindly enough waiting for me to get my episode done before they publish theirs. The other ones, by the way, are Soap Goddess and Mimic, so you can look up their channels too. They are awesome. Soap Goddess and Mimic's channel, I believe, is the Arc Mimic. But I swear, this group of people that I've gotten together, they're the type of group of people that are just hilarious. They just are, when they all, especially when they get together. They're just a bunch of people that, without having to script anything, because it's totally unscripted, but we're doing a interesting sort of challenge for this series. Yeah, they're just hilarious. This is a really big fat pillar. Oh, there's also a half pillar. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Why has that not been a thing before? Love that. Awesome. Okay, I might use some of those outside actually. Let's try those guys out. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't quite work. Can you, like, snap below here? Why don't you want to snap down below? Just doesn't want to go there. I don't know why. Tell you what, I got a different spot for you. Ooh, I think the QOL plus ones go to the auto on and off thing, which is awesome. Love that feature of S plus lighting. That, yeah, they turn themselves off, it seems, at daybreak. Try some of these little guys. Maybe... Will you not snap over here? Okay, what about if we give you a quarter ceiling or something to snap to? Hey, Crazy Strategies! Welcome, welcome! Oh yeah, no worries at all. I'm really glad that you've been getting your server set up. It is so much fun. It is a big learning curve at first, but it is really fun doing your own server. It really does kind of feel like creating your own little world. It's kind of addictive, to be honest. Oh, you won't snap there, huh? You're gonna be all kinds difficult. Okay, let's try. Doing this then. There, I'll bet you'll snap to your own pillar. I mean, your own ceiling from your own mod. Yes, you will, but will you snap down below there? Or will you just be a pain in the butt? Apparently you chose the latter option. Now the question is, will you stay there, being supported by a QOL plus pillar? Because the thing is, they're from different mods. Pieces from different mods will sometimes cooperate and sometimes not. Yeah, because there isn't really any way that a modder can make his own mod cooperate with all kinds of other mods he may not have had time to even try or anything. It's just impossible. And so instead, all the building mods are basically they're all based off of vanilla, right? They're all based off of the base game pieces. So sometimes if the modded one won't work, if one modded piece won't talk to another modded piece, if you put a base game vanilla piece in between them, they may both attach to the base game piece. Just something I've learned about mixing mods in Ark. Okay, let's try a couple of different vanilla pillar variants. All right, now let's try that again. And now let's see. either do the vanilla like that, or we could do stone. Let's try the stone to start. Yep, it will snap just fine to the stone. Now, can we remove the ceilings? Yes. Yeah, the structure pickup gun is amazing. That's from QOL Plus. I know there's a lot of different S Plus, excuse me, S Plus copycat mods out there, which is a great thing to see, since of course there will not be an official S Plus modded version in ASE because the guy who made S Plus was hired by Wildcard, and so he made the actual base game building tier. So the other S Plus features, which for whatever reason Wildcard felt were too OP or something, that is up to other modders to figure out how to add those back to the game. But I am so glad that some have figured out already how to do things like the pulling function. Pull to craft is so amazing, so very helpful. And also QOL Plus has an Omni tool and a multi-tool that work the way we are used to them working. I wanted to try one more time at getting another steep railing to go here. Are you at the wrong angle? No, you're at the right angle. Yeah, it's not going to give me that angle, is it? No. Actually, I might be able to fool it into giving me that angle by putting a roof there that's at the regular roof angle. Because the railings seem to like to snap to those. So like that. That. Yes. All right, that works. Not trying to make it there, like that. Let's check out the rest of these. Actually, I said I was going to build something with this, with the Klinger's additional structures pieces. I wanted to pop those out and have a look. So far these are the pieces that we have. We've got a wall, we've got doors and windows, we've got stairs, a pillar, foundation, and ceiling. No triangle pieces so far, it would appear. Yeah, it's not coming up when I search either. That may be added later, but for now, this is what we got. So let's just put a little shed or barn or other structure over here. I like making it kind of fit the terrain, so we will make it kind of fit the slope here. I do like the texture of this, of this wood, and we've got stacking foundations. At least I thought we did. Maybe we don't. They stacked over there. I don't know why they didn't here. Also, love how placing foundations makes the foliage go away so that you no longer have grass sticking through your floors. It is so wonderful. Honestly, as much as I adore ASE, I think it would be really hard to go back after playing ASA. So many little quality of life tweaks like that they added in. Hey Hunter, welcome, welcome, and thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. He's going to add, yeah, the crazy strategy. You talking about the pickup gun still? So is Gimmelcad said that he's going to add his own pickup gun? Is cool. Let's see. Oh, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay. Is there like a double wide door would be amazing. I think. What are the options? We've got a rustic window. Oh, that looks cool. And one with a little awning. Short doorway. Doorway with an awning. Oh, the sloped wall is in. Oh, wow. Oh, ooh, ooh. We have an arch, people. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting an arch so stinking much. That is amazing. May have to build another round build just so I can use an arch. Wow. Yes. Definitely excited about that. And then we've got a little sloped wall that matches the shallow slope from that mod and also matches the ramp. Oh, and we've got one of these little guys. Nice. Oh, and the railing is in there too? Jeez. And there's a quarter wall. And that's all just in the wall variant. I didn't think there were very many pieces, but it turns out they're all integrated together. And then we also have triangle stairs. Ooh. Rustic wood stair corner. Nice. Ramp. Triangle ramp. Ramp corner. Half stairs. Sweet railing. Okay, that is dang cool. And then... okay, we've got different shapes of doors and windows. They'll probably just match whatever, though. The roof pieces, do those have different variants? They do look pretty cool. They look like, you know, the clay terracotta tile roof pieces. Very nice. We got a triangle and a corner and a pyramid cap. That's kind of cool. And a sloped top. Okay. Nice. So for if you're doing how do you can you snap to this one? How do I flip you around? I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure that eventually we could figure it out. Oh, there, like that, I guess. Oh, and that's kind of interesting. Cool. I'm gonna have to build a whole freaking tower just to use all these things and test them out. All kinds of fun roof shapes. Sheesh. Sloped wall, roof piece, ceiling, wall. It's a wall but made out of the roofing material if you want that for some reason. Jeez. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to play around with this mod yet, but a bunch of people keep saying that I should, so They are definitely right. All right, and then the foundation. Does the foundation have a triangle? It does. Okay. All right, you sold me. Can't live without my triangles. Ooh, and there's the quarter ceiling. Nice. Hatch frame, triangle ceiling. Okay. Very cool. Okay, this is not outbuilding type material here. We're gonna have to find another spot and build on another tower. Alright, so this tower can be over here. This one is basically done. Could use a little more decor on the inside. But here, let's get some nice little flyby. Show it off a little better. So, lighting though, the lighting, I've noticed the lighting is harsher when you turn off the clouds. It's better on this side, but yeah, the volumetric clouds seem to actually do a pretty good job of like softening and dispersing light. Hey, Soap Goddess! This here is Arkitect Structures, but yeah, I just am just now discovering the amazingness that is Klinger's additional structures. Let me pick up my critters here. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, I need a cryo gun and a couple of cryopods. These are from the which mod is it? It's kind of a long name. Peliori, I think, something like that. Peliori's cryos. But I like that one. I got it mostly for my servers because it was the #1 most popular one, and I figured it was likely to be really stable and safe. And when you're hosting servers for other people to play on, then you don't want to risk them losing their tames, and so don't want to mess around with that. So I picked the safe option. It had more people downloaded that one than any of the other options by a large margin. This is a nice little plateau here. Let's put a tower here. All right, Rocky, it's time to get to work again. Here, you can bite these, get some berries. I like an Anki for this because they can harvest everything. Clear it all out. Alright. And we will throw out your little friend here, Annie. Who was like, oh, I forgot that cryosickness was a thing. I think I have that disabled on my servers, or at least I thought I did. But I haven't messed with the INI in single player because I'm trying to use things on the default settings as much as possible because I don't want to be giving people wrong information if they are asking questions about how a mod works, or if I'm making a video about how a mod works. I don't want to be telling them it works a certain way when it only works that way if it's been edited in the INI. Because, of course, console players playing in single player will not be able to edit INI. That is only available to them if they rent a server. Maybe we should play around with doing a different shape. Yeah. No, I don't. Put this for now. I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. I'm here to test out a building mod. Okay, now why are you guys lined up differently than the rest? I don't care. Okay. Very nice. Very nice indeed. How have you made it so it comes up at the side with the names of what you collect? I just get pictures and how much. I haven't done anything to set that up. So I don't know if that's that might just be an automatic PC thing or something. Like, I don't get it anymore when I did turn on, like, minimal information, minimal tooltips or whatever it's called, just to reduce some of the letter spam. But, yeah, it just was like that for me by default, I think. Okay. I'm going to try out and see if my little Celtic knot circle method works with this mod. So let's just give it a try and see. And actually, let me show you first, for those who haven't seen me do this before, why it is that I do it this method and not... if you've made circular or 12-sided structures before in Arc, you're probably more familiar with this method, where you then would put a square on each triangle, and then you put triangles on the square here, like this. And this is still a really good method. I use it sometimes. This is really good for if you don't want to mesh things through each other, or like if you're playing unofficial and can't mesh things through each other. But what I don't really care for is the fact that at this size, which is a really good size, it's not quite round, you know? Some of the sides are 1 wall wide and some of the sides are 2 walls wide. And that's not really the look that I'm usually going for. I want it to look more like it's round rather than like a rounded hexagon. So I figured out this little method in ASE, and it works in ASA as well. Did I have a level 10 Triceratops? I totally forgot that I had a level 10 Triceratops. I don't even know where it would have been. I've got so many different bases spread all over this map that I've built in creative mode. Yeah. I have not been playing on single player at all since the game launched. Single player is just where I do creative building. Alright, so see, I do squares to all of the spots, and then that leaves this little gap here, which is not quite the right size for a triangle. But what you can do, oh yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to test. These are not going to mesh through there, but let's see if we can get a ceiling to cooperate. Yeah, ceilings tend to behave a lot better in that regard, and it's not flickering very much. It's flickering a little, but that's actually pretty good for a modded texture. I might have to come through and use these though instead or something. I don't like the color difference there. What about stone? Stone might look better. try some of these just to see what kind of cool pattern it'll make. I don't know if I want that in my foundation layer though. Doesn't look bad though, being able to see plants underneath. If you toggle where it shows the day. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I have my my H key bound to a toggle so I can turn it on and off. By default, whatever key you press to show additional information, you have to hold it down in order to see that information. But since I have it on a toggle, sometimes I turn it on and forget that I have it on. So that's probably why I've gotten used to it just showing me the names of whatever I've picked up, because, yeah. I forget that I have that on a lot. Like pattern. All right, now let's try out these walls. I'm really excited about the arches, though. We got the solid wall. Let's do a solid wall towards some side that doesn't really have much of a view. Try some of these window variants. We got that one. Got that one, which looks the same on the inside, but then it has a cute little awning on the outside. Very cute. And then this one is the short doorway. Let's do that on this side here. This looks like the side where you might park an RG or something. And this, okay, this was the one. Let's do the one with the awning. Why not? Do the windows with the awnings too. Put another door back here. Slopes, and we got arches. Here, let's try see what kind of fun nonsense we can get up to with these things. We would have to use quarters, though, to fill in the gaps. So let's grab some quarter walls. I do like how those mesh together really nicely. I've done this base design also in the Dwarven Builders mod pieces, and that looks really nice. And I've also done it with vanilla pieces. I might fly over and show you that build site in a little bit, because I wanted to make sure it was also possible without any mods, and it is. Of course, you can't have the steep roof without Arkitect structures, but it still looks fine. It still looks good with a roof that isn't the steep variant. Okay, I like that the arch can clip through things without breaking. That is very nice indeed. Okay. Let's kind of alternate a window and a solid wall, I think. And one thing that I have not seen in here is a secret door wall. Did not see that there. And it's not in the doors as a variant either, so I don't think it exists yet in this mod. That's okay though. A window there. Let's put these arches through their pieces here. See what they can do. Ooh, I like that. I really like that. All right, have a great rest of your day, Tiger Angel. We will see you around. This in front of all of the windows, I think. If I make this just a half wall higher. Oops, not that one. No. It is definitely nice having a building mod where you can fit all the pieces in your hotbar at the same time, even if you do have to go cycling through options a lot. I like that a lot. I bet this mod would look gorgeous combined with dwarven structures. I think the colors of the pieces would go together really nicely. Let's get some paint so we can see how these pieces take paint. Cheat, give colors, 100. That gave us all of the dyes. And then we just need to get some paintbrushes. Mikey said he's starting his stream at 6:30, right? So I don't want to interfere with his stream, so I'm planning on ending mine shortly before that, but I'm not sure what time zone he's in. Try some of this plum coloring on these awnings, because I don't care for the orange, even if it is accurate. Okay, don't freeze up on me, game. Can I not? Oh, there, now I can turn it. Okay. Huh. That's weird. That colors the inside and the awning bit. Huh. I I wish the awning was its own separate color region. Let's try a green, I guess. I don't want to go too wild with the colors. I know, that sounds crazy coming from me, right? I like my wild colors, but when I'm trying to test out a new mod, I want to see it without distractions. At least to start with. Let's try... I wish they would show you when you're in the painting menu. It doesn't really show you the names of the colors. I mean, when you drag it onto the paintbrush, it pops up that you consumed one, but it doesn't otherwise tell you. See, I like the minty green here. That one's kind of nice. Oh, that's really bright, though. Huh. It really takes color nicely, though. I like it. Grab a sprayer since we know what color region we need. These sprayers definitely need a TLC as well. I'm really missing the S Plus paint gun that didn't consume the paint. Because this one definitely does consume the paint. And not only that, if you equip a different one, it doesn't even remember what settings you had it on. You have to turn every region on and off like every time. Which one did I have on there? Shamrock. Alright. Okay, well, at least the default is thankfully the one that I wanted. It's just color region 1. You have to get really close for it to work, though, too. Is that not the region for the wall? Okay, it is. Okay, good. Oh, you don't have an awning. Oh. Where's that half stair? Oh, you got a burger, Hunter? I want some. I am hungry. I'm gonna have to make dinner pretty soon. I think I'm probably gonna be making spaghetti. Man, my phone keeps dinging at me. Mute my phone. Sorry about that. Alright. I think I'm just gonna keep going up with the quarters on the sides. Yeah. I like that look, and then it makes it easy to do that decorative accent in the middle. Oh, one other thing I wanted to test, though. Wait, there's another quarter wall? What was that? Missed that. Quarter wall version. Oh, okay, yeah. There's one that has like a grate or blind in it. Okay. It's kind of fun and different. Let's do that one up here then, I guess. But I wanted to look at the railing. Because here's the question of the ages. Has it been coded to work as a 1/3 wall? If it has, No, it doesn't look like it has. You can't snap a ceiling to the top of it. I have been hoping for that, but so far nobody has done that. Of course, you can stack railings on top of each other. Okay, and this one does the angle too. That's kind of fun. I really want to combine this with Arkitect structures and see what I can come up with combining them, and also some Dwarven structures stuff in there. But not yet, because I try to do one dedicated build out of each building mod before I start combining them, just to help me get a feel for what the mod has available. And one other thing that I doesn't seem to have in here, even though it's got all these other options, is I have not seen a double doorway. Oh well. That's kind of fun. I kind of like how that shows the decorative accent on each side, but we probably need to have a solid wall. But this is one place where if I was combining mods, I would like to use a glass wall in there. We'll just do that. We got a tree house and it was a pain to move everything. Yeah, I bet. My friend Zanzibar likes to build tree houses in the redwoods, but yeah, moving is definitely a pain. He's in the middle of moving on my community server right now, I think. Well, not right now. He's at work, but current project. And I still haven't had a whole lot of time to spend on my base, on my community base. And so I still have a ways to go with making that. One thing I have noticed about the new spray gun, though, is depending on how many of the paints you have in a stack, it will go through it slower. But you have to basically, instead of just dragging one paint, if you drag the whole stack over it, then it will slowly go through the whole stack. But if you were to split it and just drag one, then it would just go through that one, and then you'd have to reload it. It's just kind of interesting how that's set up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, let's replace this. Can I replace this? I'm gonna have to do the walls there. It's easier than getting some soap. Okay. Oh, I gotta replace the triangles here as well. What am I doing? Oh, there it is. It's in my hotbar. Of course. So why would I think to look for it in my hotbar? Exactly where it's supposed to be. Well, I don't want to have to go around dealing with that the whole time, so I don't think I'm going to paint those, at least not right now. Soap is the best. Well, Soap the person is the best. But I just don't like having to spawn it in. If I can just pick up and replace the piece real quick. Sometimes I will just do that instead. What? Okay, this snapping the correct. You still snoring over there, Annie? She is. Geez. Stegos have a lot of torpor. Looks like she's about to get up, though. Never have too many of these pretty arches. Honestly, if all this mod had in it was the arches, I'd probably still get it. Dinos snore when I'm trying to tame a big one. Yeah. I think it is kind of cute, though, that they did make them snore. It is probably somewhat realistic. I do like how well these pieces take paint. Will these cooperate and not, like, just break stuff? Ooh, wait a minute. That could be kind of fun. Could do some kind of decorative accent like that or something. Hmm. Yeah, I think I removed the decor mod, and now my poor castle that I was building in the snow is going to be undecorated. I'm going to have to put all those braziers back up again. Dang. Why you have to check your mod list really carefully. before launching your game. I made sure all the structure mods were there, but I forgot to check the decor mods. But this would be a nice spot to stick a brazier or something. Ooh, flipped upside down. It's kind of interesting. There's no decorative lighting version. Oh yeah, there's this sap lantern. Just need to spawn in some sap. Yeah, this is the wall version. Does anybody happen to know the command to spawn in sap? I can look it up. If somebody knows, save me the trouble. Hey, let's check archids.net, because most of the spawn commands for things seem to be the same as for ASC, which is really nice. Item IDs. Sap. Cheat GFI primal resource, primal item resource sap. Okay, 110. It's pretty easy. Just you never know when they're going to give it some odd different name or something. Did that do the thing? This does not appear to have done the thing. Let me try getting rid of the primal item resource thing and see if that works. Hey, Aussie Senpai! Ooh, it does work. Okay, nice. Okay, that is the secret, apparently. Just do the simpler version of the command. Let me edit it now so that it spawns me in like 100 of them or something. Or 1,000. Okay, so it spawns them in stacks of 30. Oh, that's okay. Kind of a greenish light. Huh. Let's try putting one of these up here too. Just for decor. We'll pretend that it wouldn't light everything on fire. Well, it's almost like a brazier. Doesn't quite go with the sap lantern. Sap lantern has a lot greener of a light than I thought it would. Is that because of the paint on the wall, or is that just the way the light looks from those things? Other options. Interesting. All right, well, let's start working on some stairs here. What's this building meant to be? Well, actually, let me just go right over here to the next plateau over. This is a similar type of small round base build that I made using Arkitect structures. So I decided to try doing basically the same build. It won't have the same steep roof because Klingers doesn't have those roof pieces. But yeah, I like this as a kind of a starter base. It's big and spacious, but it's not too huge either. And there's plenty of room for, oops, he's here that shouldn't be here. Anyway, got everything a growing survivor could need, at least for a while. Or if you add one of the mods that gives you smaller crafting stations, you could just fit all your crafting stations in here. But I like building outside the box, as it were. So, round bases have kind of become my thing. So let's make some stairs here. See how those work. Got these stairs. I was going to block the window there. Move it over. And there's kind of a trick to it with these funky angles. So you got to put down one that's blocking the stairs just to get the snap point for the next one, but then you can pick it up. It doesn't have to stay. Like so. And then I can put this down just in that spot. Automated Arc is a pretty cool mod too. I have used it some on in single player as well as on one of my servers. I had it for a while. The one thing that is the reason why I ended up switching to a different quality of life overhaul mod is I didn't like the fact that it doesn't work with the default base game wireless crafting. Like you can't pull with it to other structures other than the ones that go with automated arc. You have to use just automated arc pieces and nothing else. And I like being able to mix and match and use some of my storage like from decor mods and stuff like that. And you couldn't really do that in automated arc. At least you could use them like for serious storage for things, but with having the S plus style pulling where you can pull to literally any container, it makes more sense to be able to use the other storages. You know what I could do with this, because I don't really care for the clipping when you do two of these together. That flickering there kind of bugs me. So that's why I ended up using the other pieces down below, the glass triangle ceiling pieces from Arkitect Structures. But I think what I could do to make these work on this one is if you just pick pattern and go with it so it looks intentional, and you can make it work. Swap up that way. And it makes kind of a different pattern, but it fills in the holes and would still work just as well. Actually, let's swap these out down here because it does bug me having pieces from a different mod when I'm supposed to be just testing out this mod. Oh, it's just... dang it. If I do that, then I'm going to have to replace all of my quarter walls. I'm going to have to... Let's see, how can we get around that? Mule, sorry, I'm getting behind in reading chat here. Miola hasn't asked you to build his base yet. No, I chatted with him a little bit since ASA came out, but he's enjoying the new build system a lot, which I think a lot of people are. So it's not as hard to use as the old building system. So I think he definitely feels like he's got it. He doesn't really need the help this time around, which that's totally fair. I would not want to take away the fun that other people are having with using the new building system. Yeah, okay, that is correct. Okay. So I think if I do these here, that may provide me with enough support for the quarter walls so that I can then remove the triangles below without them collapsing. Because they may be supported by the pillars instead. So let's test and see if that worked. And do you feel like QOL Plus is lacking at the moment? Well, it doesn't have all of the things that S Plus had, but for what it does, I kind of like the fact that it's a little stripped down and simpler. There's definitely less things to figure out. And I appreciate the fact that, okay, this is the pillars. I appreciate the fact that it's got the inventory management things. That's the most important ones as far as I'm concerned. The rest can come over time as the modder figures out how to do them or whatever. And there already is also a nanny, which that was of course high on the wish list. And I think there's a couple of the other automation station things. Like there is a gardener. I can't remember what other one there was. But I know the item collector isn't in there yet, and the item aggregator isn't in there yet. And I do kind of miss those, but I'm sure that they're coming. And another thing about automated Arc, I'm sure it's one of those things that if I used it enough, I'd just get used to this. But I didn't care for the fact that there were some things that pieces did automatically that, like I couldn't configure it and I couldn't control it. Like the first time I came back to base with my RG after getting metal, and then I went to the RG and there was no metal in its inventory, and I was going, well, what the heck? Am I losing my mind here? And I finally realized that the forge that I had just put down and hadn't done anything to configure it or set it up, it had just automatically pulled all the metal off the RG and put it in the forge, which, yeah, that could be really handy in some situations for sure. But especially if you're playing on a server with other people and you're in the same tribe, but you have different bases, yeah, that can make things a little complicated. Because like if my friend goes by my base on his raft, I don't want my crafting stations to steal all of his metal out of his boxes or out of his creatures or his smithy or whatever. Like you see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that would be absolutely perfect for a lot of servers, a lot of people, a lot of situations. I'm not saying at all that it's a bad mod or anything like that. I'm just saying for my specific purposes and what I needed, it didn't quite fit. There we go. Hey, Philip. Nope, these are not new skins from the turkey holiday. Those are actually skins for crafting stations. There is a cooking pot skin that looks like a turkey deep fryer. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, there's also a feeding trough skin that looks like a cornucopia. And they both look really super cool, but I haven't gotten those yet. Nope, I am playing around with a building mod. This is Klinger's additional rustic structures, I believe. Klinger's rustic building, something like that. Anyway, yeah, have a great rest of your day, Hunter. Oh, that sounds great, Zant. I hope you enjoyed your dinner with your family and have copious amounts of turkey breath, getting mixed up here. Garlic breath now, because you can't leave an Italian restaurant after having a good time if you don't have turkey garlic breath. I must be too tired. I really should quit the stream. I'm starting to garble my words here. Okay, but I do really like the way that's shaping up. I want to do just at least part of the roof though, just so I can see what the roofing pieces would look like. So I'm just going to really quick slap on some plain walls. Like so. Easier to do from outside. And I'll fill in between with the quarters and do all of that stuff later. Ooh, nice. Stopped for ice cream too. Ooh. Sounds like lots of fun. All right. Then let's grab some quarter ceilings. All right, now let's take a look at these roof pieces. I like doing it this way with the quarters because then you get a bit of a roof overhang. Let's see. There are actually a bunch of different roof options though, so I think I'm going to start with these. Oh, no, actually though, I need to... Like that, yes. I like how I like meshing pieces together like this to make a cool pattern. Okay. And then we'll do another little section here. Not going to do the whole roof, but just to get a taste of what it would look like. So 2 rows like that. And then let's switch to the triangle. Actually, we actually need that. This one, the corner. Not giving me the snap point I need, so let's go in here where I can put my crosshairs over what I want you to snap to. There. Right, and then let's see what we can do down here with some of these other fun options. Okay, we got a cap. This actually would probably make a good awning too. Like we can put this over the back door here as a little rooflet. This would be even better for that, actually. Like that. Yeah. It's not so complicated, really. Why won't you out straight the way I want you to? Let's try putting... Sometimes putting a full ceiling instead of the quarters will help it to snap where you want it to snap. I wanted you to snap out to the outer edge here, but that's like too far. This option. That has potential. Nice little roof peak piece. That could be fun to use decoratively as well. If we could put one behind there. This would be fun on top of a pillar or something. It almost looks like a little Japanese lantern. That's super fun. We can do this. We can snap pillars to the bottom corners of the stairs. And then we could put some... Can we put these guys on top? No? We won't snap to the top of pillars? Come on now, you totally should. Snapping to the top of pillars would be awesome. What about if I do this so you think you're snapping to the wall? Would that work? Yes. Kinda cute. Now I need to get a gardening mod and do some... make a Japanese garden or something. Sorry, so many different, my brain is getting slower as I get more tired, and sometimes my mouth and my brain are not very well connected, and sometimes I forget to look at chat, and sometimes I garble my words even when I do. So, Mikey's saying, trying to get everything ready, and Buddy the cat keeps trying to move my mic. Okay, yeah. Well, I will be packing it in pretty soon here. In fact, though, if you want to set up, I think it's not so easy to do on YouTube as it is apparently on Twitch, but if you set up your streams so that you are able to be rated, I could even like send my viewers over to check out your stream when I finish mine. The thing is, you have to set it up in YouTube. You have to set it up in advance. You can't just head over because you have to ask permission. The person has to give you permission to do it, which is kind of weird because, I mean, it's a good thing, right? But that's YouTube for you. I don't even know where you would change that after starting a it seems like the kind of thing that I would have to set up before I started streaming even, because it's there as an option, but then it doesn't give me the option to... No, there it is, redirect. Redirect allows you to keep you add a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. But then it doesn't give me the option. Let me see if I can find yours. Only like showing videos, not live streams. Okay. Yep, I think that worked actually. We'll try this. This is the first time I've ever actually done this. Because usually I don't know who's going to be streaming right when I'm done, you know? All right. Hey, Hunter. Welcome, welcome, by the way. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here and getting behind on chat. And Svartalheim, I really did enjoy Svartalheim, Aussie Senpai. In fact, I am planning on heading back over there. I am not by any means finished with Svartalheim. I just needed to take a break until it became a little more stable because I was having a lot of... There were some issues, let's just put it that way. There were some issues. And... I mean, it's not even Nakatas's fault, the modder. Oh, look, we do have a one different angle. Ooh. Okay, there's like a shallow angle because this is the angle of the default game ramps. And so that does give us two different angles, which is a fun little touch. I like that. But yeah, and S variants is pretty cool. Add S variants to your island server and they look awesome. But the saddles for Maywings are level 96. Oof. Jeez. Well, there is a standalone Maywings mod. I have that on my island server. So you might look into that one. I don't know if those Maywing saddles from that mod could also be worn by the S Maywings or not, but it would be worth a try. Oh, wait, no, I keep forgetting. I'm not trying to... I need to do it staggered. So, like this. So I can get two in there. And they have announced that cryopods are coming to ASA, but of course if you've missed the news and the hubbub about it, they have rebalanced them. They are going to be different from the ASE cryopods because they really like people to have the experience, I guess, of walking their dinos around. And of not just carrying everything in your pocket all the time, not having like a pocket giga you can just pop out whenever, wherever. And so cryopods will mostly be useful now at your base because they have to, you can put a creature in a cryopod anywhere on the map, but to let it out of the cryopod, it has to be within a certain range of a powered cryo fridge. And it's not a huge range, and it has to be powered by a generator. So, I mean, you could try to do that somewhere other than your base, but you'd have to carry around a generator with you. And a cryo fridge, and then the cryo fridge has to power up for 10 minutes before it'll even work, before you can let the dinos out of the cryopods. So I could see it being worthwhile setting up something to do that if you're doing boss fights or something like that. You know, set up a temporary base of operations close to an obelisk and get out your boss fighting army that way. But for most things, yeah. As for the actual Dino Storage Soul Orbs mod, though, that particular modder... has said that it'll probably be a while before he's able to recreate a version of that for ASA. But there are already a lot of different cryopod mods that have various different features. Some of them are more vanilla, some of them are more boosted, but they all have their good points and maybe not so good points. Let's find the shallow one again. This one. Yeah, this I did prefer the look of the soul orbs and the terminal as well. We'll have to see what else will come out. Eddie from RP Editions, he had his own version of Dino Storage in RP Editions, which was meant to look less tech and more immersive for RP servers. And so his version is, he said that he's working on a version of it for ASA. So that will be coming at some point. And in his version, they looked like little jars. It was pretty cute. They looked like little jars with your tames in them. Kind of interesting. I don't know if it's good interesting or bad interesting, but it's interesting. Leave it for now. It's interesting how the same color looks totally different on the roof pieces versus on the wall pieces. This is the exact same green as the one I used on the walls. This is the shamrock green. You can see how bright it is on the walls, but it's a coordinating color. I mean, it goes with it. It's like a pastel version or something. Kind of interesting. You're using the super one. Yeah, I decided to go with Peliori's, I believe it's called, mostly because of the fact that I needed one that I felt like I could trust for my community servers. I didn't want people to be at risk of losing dinos or anything. And at the time when I added it, that Peliori's was the one that had the most downloads. It had like over 1 million downloads, and so I figured that was probably pretty stable. And we haven't had any issues with it. And it also does preserve the shinies special abilities and stuff. And it's got a gun, you know, all of the important features. It also does have a cryo terminal, but it unlocks at pretty high level, I think like level 100 or something, or close to it. But anyway, the cryo terminal will actually work kind of like the soul terminal, in that you can set it up to do newborn soul trapping, basically. And what level does that unlock? I should look that up. Yeah, it looks like the hatchery. That's the model they used. But it unlocks at level... terminal? Can you show me the... There it is. Cryo terminal. Oh, okay. So it unlocks at level 1, but it's expensive because it costs 100 element to make it. So that was the limitation why you can't really make it until you've done boss fights, because it requires 100 element and 5,000 metal ingots and 500 polymer. So you really have to earn your newborn trapping. And then the cryo fridge comes out at level 88. And I think this just charges your cryopods for you. But there is a pretty simple little INI option that I have enabled where they don't have a timer. So we don't have to worry about cryopods going dead. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I did finally figure it out, Mikey. I think I have it set up. So when I end my stream, it should automatically send everybody over to yours. Okay, do these not paint? Do the triangles not paint? Okay, let's try. No. Keep forgetting it's a different button than it was in ASE. So I gotta hold down the right click and then I can enable the other color regions. No, for some reason the triangles just won't. They don't accept paint. So, oh well, it is what it is. But I think I'm gonna need to go and get myself some dinner. And Mikey is starting his stream. So I think we're gonna call it here, folks. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. Oh wow, my hair was scary for a minute there. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you ever so very much. And I hope to see you on Monday when I will be streaming again. And thanks so much to Nitrado for sponsoring the channel. And what else? Is there anything else I'm supposed to say? I'm trying to remember. I have community servers that you can join if you want. They're for all channel members at any level. The first tier is only $3. So like buy me a cup of coffee and you can come join my servers. That's pretty much it. I have a Svartalheim server, which is crossplay between PC and Xbox. Unfortunately, Svartalheim is not yet available on PlayStation. And then I have an island server that has shiny dinos and both of the building mods that I've used today and a bunch of other fun mods. And that one is crossplay for every platform. So anyway, thanks so much. I hope to see you on Monday when I will be streaming again. And have a fabulous rest of your weekend. And have fun over in Mikey's stream if this redirect works the way it should. All right. Bye-bye for now.